Hey guys, James here at Jarashut. I've got a video response this time and it's to Ron Farrell, a really cool guy here on YouTube, really nice person, and he done a video on films that deserve a special edition release on DVD, and I thought that was a really great idea. The movies he had, and I've written them down just in case I forget some, but he had Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Fright Night, Monkey Shines, Happy Birthday to Me, The Night of the Living Dead remake, Nightbreed and Creepshow, and I thought that was a great list. They're all worthy of that. I thought I might throw in a couple more films that I think deserve the special edition treatment too. And you have to keep in mind that this is not necessarily a video on films that deserve a DVD release, but ones that deserve a special edition release. So I'm just going to have films that are already on DVD. Also, you have to limit yourself to the amount of films you're going to show. So yeah, keep that in mind. There are other films I would have liked to include it, but yeah, you had to limit yourself. So first one up is The Tenant, directed by Roman Polanski. Excellent film. I think this is one of his best movies. It's very similar to Repulsion in that it deals with kind of deepening madness and paranoia and anxiety. Great film. Pretty much all DVDs of this are bare bones, save for trailers, all that kind of thing. I think there may be a Criterion edition coming out, but I'm not too sure on that. So this is one movie I'd definitely like to see a special edition for. Next up, we've got a Larry Cohen movie, and it was in my previous video. It's God Told Me To, or God Told Me To Kill. I included this because Blue Underground do include supplementary material for their DVDs, but on the Larry Cohen ones, it always seems to be audio commentary, which is good, but I'd like some more features for their DVDs. I just chose this one as the flagship Larry Cohen title because yeah, they released a lot of his films and they all seem to just have an audio commentary. So I would like to see, you know, a featurette behind the scenes, something like that, because I love his movies and I'd like to hear more of his thoughts on his films. So that'd be really interesting if they could do that. And yeah, I think this is the best release you can get for it at the moment. So hopefully a special edition sometime. Next up, we've got a slasher movie, and I think it's one of the best ones out there, Slumber Party Massacre. This is the Umbrella release, same as the out of print one in the US. As I said, I think it's one of the best slashers around. It's got that whole kind of satirical edge to it, but at the same time it works as a slasher movie too. It's got some great kills. It has all your kind of slasher conventions in there and all the things you come to expect from those kind of movies. Just a great film. With all these releases, I'm pretty sure again we've only got trailers, and I'd like to see a look back featurette or something like that, or a making of, because it's a really interesting movie and I really love it. So Slumber Party Massacre. Next up, we've got Let's Scare Jessica to Death. This one's a more lesser known one, but I think it's an excellent film. Really great movie. It's from 1971. Again, you can pretty much only get bare bones of this film. It's very strange. It kind of deals with vampires and ghosts in a way, and it's very eerie and creepy, has a kind of surreal edge to it also. So really excellent film, and it deserves a special edition release. This is the re-release from Paramount, and it's not that great. I don't even think it has a trailer on here, but yeah, no trailers at all. It's pretty much bare bones. So yeah, I'd love to see a special edition of this. Next up, we've got another slasher, and this might get a special edition release soon. It's The House on Sorority Row. The reason I say it might get a special edition is there's of course the remake coming out, and kind of goes with the territory. When a remake comes out, the original movie gets a special edition. So hopefully that happens. This is another really good slasher film. It's pretty standard stuff, but I found it had a really creepy edge to it. I like the killer in it. There's one particular scene right at the end I found really superb, where the killer comes out, and it's very strange, and yeah, really cool film. If you haven't checked it out and you're a slasher fan, check it out. But yeah, I'd love to see a special edition of this. Again, I think we can only get DVDs with trailers and that kind of thing. So The House on Sorority Row. Next up, this one's a pretty obvious one for a special edition. I don't know why there hasn't been one, but it's Peter Jackson's Braindead, or Dead Alive. Again, you can only really get ones with trailers, and this is the full cut English version, and it's full frame, so it's a bit annoying in itself. This one is a pretty, as I said, a pretty obvious choice for a special edition because Peter Jackson's quite famous now. Bad Taste has a special edition out from Anchor Bay and from Umbrella here in Australia, I think it is. But yeah, this one really deserves a special edition, so hopefully in the future. Next up, we've got another quasi slasher movie. It's Motel Hell, this time in a double pack with Deranged. It's a great film. I love the sensibility of it because it's very much a comedy movie, but at the same time it's got a lot of slasher elements to it, and then at the other time it's got just, you know, general horror elements to it. So very, very cool movie. I love the film. I love the style it went for, as I said, and it definitely deserves some special features like a retrospective documentary or something like that. Again, we've only really got trailers on this release, so yeah, Motel Hell. Next up, we've got a Michele Soavi movie. This one's Stagefright. Really, really good film. It's more closer in keeping to a slasher movie than a giallo. It's from 1987. Very, very creepy. There's some really eerie scenes in this. The killer is unforgettable. He's got a great get-up in the movie. He wears an owl mask, which is very strange and yeah, quite scary when he's chasing after people. A really cool film, as I said. Takes place in a theatre. You're pretty much locked up in there with all the characters. And yeah, pretty obvious one for a special edition again. This is the Blue Underground. We've only really got a trailer and a bio, so a bit disappointing because it's a good film and it deserves a special edition. Next up, we've got it's a very strange movie, and you can only really get it in these public domain box sets. It's called Massacre of Evil. I'll get it out for you. I've put it right here at the front, but yeah, it's kind of forgotten now, and I just really, really loved it. Here it is here. It's one of my favourite horror movies, but yeah, for some reason it doesn't have a special edition release or even a singular DVD release. It's always in packs. Great film, as I said. It's kind of like a Fellini movie. It has all these strange imagery in it. Very, very evocative and weird. There's a really memorable scene that takes place in a theatre where all these people start kind of flooding into the theatre and sitting down with this character, and she's kind of perplexed why they're coming in. Also another one at a shopping market where all these people were wandering around like zombies picking up meat. Very, very cool movie, and definitely deserves a special edition release. So Massacre of Evil, if you can check it out because it's a great film. So Massacre of Evil. Lastly, we've got one that was around during the whole Psycho phase. It's another British horror thriller movie. It's called Twisted Nerve. Great film. As I said, it's very similar to Psycho, but this one kind of throws in another kind of political hot potato, in that one of the characters in this is disabled, and it got a lot of flack for that, and yeah, it kind of got put down in the media and kind of black labelled, so never really got its due, but it's a great film. Yeah, it's a precursor to a slasher, so you can see the roots to the genre in this one. I think this is actually DVD-R, so yeah, I don't even know if it has a proper release out there, but I'm pretty sure that the British release, if there is one, is only a trailer. I think I looked that up, but yeah, it's a great film. If you haven't seen it, try and seek it out because it's a really good film, but yeah, again, needs a special edition, so somebody get on it. But anyway, that's my whole list. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you've got any suggestions for what you think should be released on DVD in a special edition, just write it in the comments. So thank you for watching, and Jarashut out.